Hey guys, it's me, Coach Emily from Bold and Badass Fitness, and I have not made a video in over a week. As many of you probably noticed if you were at the gym, I was on vacation last week. I was attending some friend's wedding in Hawaii, and it was amazing and beautiful, and I had lots and lots of downtime and lots of travel time, which was actually really nice and really restorative, and I was kind of shocked when I got back at how much I got done while I was on vacation. I didn't actually work on vacation. I worked in the airport on the way there and on the way back, which I strangely like to do. And I was thinking about how easy it felt when I got back here, when I got back to Portland, to go to work again after being on vacation. And it kind of reminds me of a story. We were telling the story in class the other day about the Buddha, and the story goes that the Buddha is walking down a road with some of his followers. They're walking to a town, and when they finally get to the place where they're going, the Buddha sends one of his followers back to a lake that they had passed, this little pond or whatever. He sends one of his guys back and says, "Hey, can you go get me some water from the lake? I'm thirsty." And of course the guy says yes, because, I mean, the Buddha asks you to do something, obviously you do it. So the guy says yes, he goes back to the lake, and just as he's approaching the lake, he sees that a cart is passing through it, and kind of passing over part of it. Some people are like washing clothes. The water is muddy, it's all stirred up. And he goes back to the Buddha and he says, you know, I can't get you any water from the lake, it's muddy. You wouldn't want to drink that. And the Buddha's like, okay. And then a little while later, he sends his follower back to go get a drink again. And the guy, this time, fills a pot with water and brings it back to him, and the water's clear. The Buddha drinks it, and he says, your mind is like this water is like sometimes you get stirred up by anxiety or emotion or frustration, but if you just give it time, if you just let it sit for a little while, the dust will settle and the water will clear, your mind will clear. And I feel like that's where I was when I went on vacation. Is we just moved the gym, all this stuff has happened, been working like crazy, and it was really nice to take some time to just let the dust settle and let my mind clear. And when I came back, I felt so much more ready to work again. I had all these ideas, all these things that I've been wanting to work on, and I wanted to share with you some of the stuff that I realized as I was doing that. When I got back, I wrote down my ideal day, my goals for my daily life. A friend of mine, Shay is also my coach, so you've probably heard me talk about her before, but she asked about, what are the things that you would have in your ideal life, what are the things that you would give up in your ideal life. And when I was thinking about it, it's that I want to be running a successful business. I do not want to be working 80 hours a week. I want to be working something more like 20 or 30. I want to have 50 plus clients. I'll be honest with you guys, I have about 35 right now. I would really like to get to 50 by the end of the year, and then go beyond that eventually as well, just kind of depending on what we can run in this space. I would love to have 3 to 5 really amazing, engaged, kick-ass coaches, people who are specialists in what they do, people who love their freaking jobs, who are enthusiastic and present with our clients all the time, and who couldn't want for something better to do. I want to have an assistant so that I only do the work I love, because that's really important to me, is spending my time on the things that are most important and maybe not being so involved in like the minutia of like keeping spreadsheets and stuff like that anymore. And I want to have a gym that helps people change their lives, to take ownership of their own health and fitness, to make the changes they need to be the people that they want to be, in whatever way that happens to be for them. And I want them to be change makers. Like I've said so many times, I want them to be change makers who go out and help other people do the same thing. So that's really what I see for myself. Other goals that I have, I want to be strong as fuck. I would like to have a 766 powerlifting total in the 132 weight class, and maybe eventually an 806 powerlifting total in the 148 weight class. Yes, I want to have a record in both. I would really like to have a state or national record. I want to try for that. I would like to be 16 to 19% body fat. I don't really care what the number is specifically, but I want to feel lean and mean and strong. I want it to be easy to maintain too. So I don't want to live on a diet, but I want to make small changes to my life that make it easy to have the life and the body that I want to have. I want to train 3 to 4 days a week in lifting, and also be doing jiu-jitsu and MMA, maybe even competitively again at some point when I can fit that into my schedule. I want to live in a big loft apartment with huge windows. I wanted to have enough space that I can have my friends over for dinner parties, that I can entertain. I don't want to own a lot of stuff. Stuff is not big among my goals, but what I do have, I want to just be nice, well-made, reliable. I'd like to have a vehicle. I also want to travel a lot, and I want to have the structure in place to travel within my business and not have it be disruptive for my clients. I want to be able to do distance coaching as well. I would love to be taking more speaking gigs and then also creating content through videos like these and blogs, as I fucking love educating and speaking, and I think that would be really fun to do more and more of in my life, that would be really fulfilling for me. I want to continue to educate myself. I want to be able to take time off from work to go to seminars, go to workshops, trainings, things that will help me be a better coach, will help me create better coaches as well. I also have a goal to meditate every day and read 2 books per month. I actually have a funny story about the meditation, but that's going to be for a different video. And then finally, I want to be totally debt-free and caught up on all my major projects, which is big. I actually did my taxes this week and things like that. I just would like to have all the big stuff off my plate, and just to be able to know that's not something that's like going on in the back of my mind. I want to be things I want to give up. I want to give up procrastinating. I want to give up worrying. I want to give up judging myself and judging other people. I want to be well rested and have my life set up in such a way that it's easy to get to bed on time, and to do the things that I need to do without sleeping too much or too little. I just want to try my best to make a difference in people's lives. I want to be compassionate. I want to teach compassion to others, and I want to be a good role model. I want to be the most positive person that everyone knows. And my goal essentially is just to lift myself and others up as I do it. So those are the goals that I came up with, and I'll post those because I have them written down too. I hope I would really like to learn more about you guys, to see some other people's goals posted here as well. And then the final thing about this is, I think a lot of times people say, like, well, I just want to make more money, or I just want to have a nice partner. I just want to have a good life. I just want to be happy. But being happy is not a goal. That's not, everybody wants to be happy. It's a great goal, but it's not a very specific goal. And I'm a big believer that in order to know, in order to get something done, you really have to know where you're going. If you think about it, like, you wouldn't get on a cruise ship that was like, this is going somewhere, we don't know where. If it had no destination, it would just sail out into the ocean and hit something or sink, or who knows what. But I wouldn't buy a ticket to anywhere. I want to buy a ticket to the place that I want to go, and I want to know what it's going to be like when I get there, which is why I have my ideal day lined up. 1, so I can know where I'm going. 2, so I can know if I'm starting to live my perfect life. So I just want to throw that out there. That's a big reason why it's important to have this stuff. And the other one is, and this is not like a manifestation, law of attraction thing, it's actually a really important psychological concept called priming. But essentially, I want, there are a lot of psychology that goes into goal setting and willpower, but I digress. In any case, I think it's important to know where you want to go so that you can more easily recognize opportunities to go there, right? So if you're not sure what will make you happy, your brain is not going to be tuned in to the small mentions of things that could get you there. If you think about any time you learned a new word and then suddenly you just heard that word everywhere, or you bought like a new car and then you kept noticing other people that had the same model, the same make of car as you, that's actually called the Bader-Meinhof effect. Separate story. But if you think about any time one of those things came up for you and you were constantly suddenly attuned to this thing occurring, that's what will happen when you set your goals and you know where you're going, is you'll be more able to hear when something is going on that could help that. So I highly encourage you to outline your ideal day, take a little downtime. I gotta go coach, so I will be back hopefully with another video later today, but maybe tomorrow. As always, let me know what you guys want to see, and just keep being awesome.